All right, our next speaker is JoLeisa Cramer out of Hastings, Nebraska. JoLeisa is a natural resources science major with a specialization in human dimensions. I think we all know people who in college spend a lot of time studying human dimensions, right? I'm going to get myself in big trouble with human dimensions, folks. No. Dr. Mark Burbach is her advisor, and she has won the Graduate Assistant Award from the Nebraska Water Leaders Academy. Oh no, she is a graduate assistant to the Water Leaders Academy, and she's a graduate teaching assistant for mammalogy. The topic of her thesis is leadership and adaptive management. Her career goal is very specific, it looks like. She wants to be the visitor relations coordinator of a national wildlife refuge. You already have that job?
No, but I interned for it.
Ah, okay. That's a good one. And then her title tonight is Leadership and the Role It May Play in Adaptive Management.
I believe there's a missing link between leadership and natural resources management that can be assessed through adaptive management. Now, within the leadership field itself, there's a lot of individual research on how the individual is benefiting from a leadership development program, but not a lot of research on how that individual is then taking those skills learned back to their organization and community as a whole. Leadership itself has also been underrepresented in the adaptive management process, and I feel like has a vital role to play. By this time, you're probably wondering what adaptive management is. Well, it aims to improve the understanding of an ecosystem by using science and management. So imagine for a second that you want to increase the number of squirrels in your backyard. To do so, you're going to put in 10 feeders. This, however, is influencing the number of squirrels in your neighbor's backyard, who then calls the city and complains as a result. You now have 3 stakeholders involved: you, yourself, and the city. You all 3 must come to the table and discuss what your options are. You decide that 4 feeders is the best option. You then implement the design of 4 feeders and monitor it for a certain amount of time. Come back and talk about how everyone is feeling. Your neighbor is happy because there's only 10 squirrels, but you want to see 20. So then you compromise and decide that 15 is a good number for you all. You add an additional feeder, which now there are 5 feeders. You go back and you implement that 5 feeder design. This process continues until all of your management goals are met, until everybody involved is content. As you can imagine, it can get a bit messy, which is why large-scale adaptive management programs are few and far between. Here's where I think leadership has a role to play. The intent of my study is to see what role, if any, leadership does have to play in adaptive management. To do this, I will be conducting a survey with the Nebraska Water Leaders Academy participants to assess their ability to collaborate for a public good. I will also be conducting face-to-face interviews to get a deeper understanding of that leadership experience each one has gone through during their time at the program. This program is a 1-year program aimed to develop community leaders through educating them on Nebraska state water issues, as well as proven leadership skills like this full-range leadership model. Now, one goal of my study is to assess how our participants are going back and taking their leadership skills to the organizations and communities. Another goal is to really gain that deeper understanding for the role leadership may have to play within adaptive management. With all of these roles, we may discover that it might not have a role to play at all. But that's the fun in research. So we don't know until we try. So we always dive head in, right? Thank you guys very much.